Hey guys, welcome to the Libro Network. My name is Robin Baker, and today we're going to be talking about small victories in eating disorder recovery, specifically for body image. So, small changes and small steps you can take to have small victories and eventually lead to a larger victory, eventually helping your recovery or establishing a recovered lifestyle. So, what really is body image? So I kind of want to start off with defining body image because I know for myself when I was going through early parts of my eating disorder recovery, body image was this thing. It's like, okay, is it feel like I'm happy with what I see in the mirror? What is this all about? So body image is really, what you believe about your own body. Like, what do you believe about your own image? And it's how you feel as well, like when you're moving, how you feel in your body, not just what you think what it looks like. It also is like, how do you feel about your shape, your weight, your size? How do you feel about that? How do you see yourself? So it can kind of be a very difficult topic to talk about because it's a little bit, it's not really a concrete type of thing you can grasp, right? A lot of it's based on your emotions surrounding your body and how you see your body, and that can change from day to day, moment to moment, and depending on kind of where we are in our recovery, as well as what outside influences are affecting us. So today we're going to go over 3 small changes you can take today to help have small victories in your body image. So the first small change, which will eventually lead to a small victory and overall a larger victory, is to limit your screen time. So meaning screen time, it can be the computer, it can be the phone, it can be the television. Originally screen time was just watching TV. As smartphones have evolved, right, we look at our phone, we look at social media 24/7, we see all these different images, maybe from ads, maybe from friends, and that can really affect how we see ourselves, how we perceive our own body. And most of the time, right, it can affect us in a negative way because we see these perfect images, be it from an ad, which is photoshopped, be it from a friend's post where they've perfectly filtered their photo. They've only picked the perfect photo. Maybe they've taken 100 photos for a selfie and they only have one that they really think where they look good in. And you see that one and you think, oh my God, it's totally effortless for them. It's so easy for them to look like that. I can't look like that. I perceive my body as not worthy, as not valuable enough. And then my body image goes, right? It's not good. It's not a good thing. So the more that we're exposed to these images, the more and more it's difficult to actually understand and be mindful that these images are not based in reality. Even your friends' photos are not based in reality if they, use a lot of filters. Like this isn't reality. This isn't real. And it's more difficult to do that when we see those all the time because when we see that all the time, that becomes our reality. So limiting your screen time is a big first step that you can take. Big in the sense that it can really have a big effect, but it's a small change to make, right? It might not seem that small because sometimes, right, we really love to be on social media. So what I suggest is it does take a bit of mindfulness, right? To set aside a time where you do check social media and limit that time. So maybe an hour a day, an hour in the morning, an hour in the evening. Find what works best for you, but see if you can start setting limits on your screen time. The second small step that you can take for a small victory is to reduce your mirror time. So the first one is reduce your screen time. This is reducing your mirror time. And what I mean by that is, the time we spend looking at ourselves in the mirror. So I'm sure there's studies on this somewhere. I'm just kind of going it from an anecdotal standpoint where I used to work in a Pilates studio that had mirrors all over the wall, like from wall to wall, it was just mirrors. And it was really difficult not to body check myself all the time, just kind of look at myself. And anytime I catch myself going like, ooh, that doesn't look so good. Or maybe I would be like, oh, that looks good. But it was perceiving my body from the outside in, right? So I'm kind of taking outside of my body. I'm not doing like how am I feeling inside my body right now. I'm doing this, how do I feel about myself from the outside looking in? And this can be tricky. Yes, it's great to be like, oh, I look great. Now I feel good about myself. But that's a very slippery slope, because when you put that value on your appearance, no matter what, right? Even if it's a good value, like, oh, I feel good about myself because I look so great, it can always go on to the flip side of, well, I don't feel so good about myself because I don't look so great, right? So there's always a pro and a con to that type of thinking, right? Of thinking, oh, I look so great, so I have good body image. So limiting that time in front of the mirror helps to take you out of this practice of viewing yourself from the outside in, right? And using that external view of yourself to feel okay about you. So another way you can reduce your mirror time is, I try to practice this as much as possible, is when you're getting ready in the morning for work, to go somewhere, whatever, limit the amount of time you change your outfits. And sometimes for us females, that can be really hard. I know sometimes it's really hard for me. Limit the amount of time you change your outfits. Try to set aside an outfit will work, will fit, look cute together, whatever, that you're okay with. And when you try it on, keep it on, wear it. Don't kind of keep looking at yourself in the mirror, making sure everything looks okay, right? Put it on, wear it, you're out the door. Limit the amount of time you spend checking yourself in the mirror. So that's suggestion change number 2. The last small change that you can make in order to have small victories in your body image is to schedule mindful check-ins with how you feel in your body. So I typically like to do this when I'm doing some type of movement. But if you don't have that opportunity to move that day or whatnot, it's also good to do it when you're sitting or, doing whatever, doing chores. But schedule a time in, if you don't practice this already, to check in with how you feel physically and emotionally in your body. I tend to like to do this like around lunchtime. Like, how tired do I feel? Do I feel really tired? Do I feel energetic? How do I feel on a physical standpoint? And then also, how do I feel emotionally? Am I feeling like really down about something? Do I feel really excited about something? And that really helps to connect kind of the physical side of the body to the emotional side. And it helps you feel in your body, which is something that we tend to get away from when we're in our eating disorder, right? Being in our body and actually feeling in our body when we're dealing or suffering from an eating disorder is extremely difficult, because our body is like a war zone, and it's very difficult to actually feel in our body and feel emotions and feel physical pain, feel any kind of physical anything, because we've become so numb. So practicing that will help improve body image. It's a little bit more of a difficult task, I realize that. So the 2 questions you can ask yourself, and I tell this to a lot of my clients as well as people that enroll in my program, is that, you want to ask yourself, how do I feel physically? And like, what do I need emotionally? So it's it helps kind of start that conversation with yourself. Like I said, I like to schedule this around noon, lunchtime, kind of midday check-in. But it's something that would be really helpful if you schedule it and put it on your phone as a daily reminder, just a check-in time. It doesn't have to be like you meditate and have to go through all this stuff. It can just be a really quick check-in just to bring you back to being mindful about being in your body and feeling in your body. So that's it. I hope these 3 suggestions were helpful for you in helping you create small changes in your body image practice and eventually lead to small victories, which eventually leads to a huge victory of feeling great about your body. And believe me, it's no easy task. I've been 8 years in recovery and I still work on my body image every single day. It's a practice. It's not a perfection. So don't be too hard on yourself if these are more difficult to start practicing with yourself than I've led you to believe. It is a practice. It's not perfect, right? We practice as much as we can. So in the comments below, if these 3 suggestions are things you've already done, I'd love to hear 3 things or a couple things that you do to help improve or work on your body image. What small changes have you made in your body image that have led to small victories in your eating disorder recovery? If these are new to you, let me know, like, if you try them out, how it works for you. I'd love to hear in the comments below, like, oh, I tried, limiting my screen time. It made me feel so much better. I'd love to hear your comments and your feedback. So don't forget, leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to the Libro Network channel. And thank you so much for watching. My name is Robin Baker, and I will catch you next time. Bye.